Just read the titles. That's all I gotta say. Actually, no, I got a lot more to say. It's not gonna be easy for me to say this. Because I've been watching WWE for over 30 years. And I've seen a lot of performers who I enjoy deal with substance issues and get completely blackballed until they get better. And actually, I should probably change that text on the about me not watching any more WWE until Jimmy Uso gets the Benoit treatment, because either he gets the Benoit treatment or he gets better. Otherwise, I'm not watching any more WWE. No. After what happened on Sunday, you're going to have a guy who has at least 4 DUIs to his name. All four, at least, as far as we know. All four of them not being like, blew a .09 and was just randomly stopped at a DUI checkpoint and just got, screwed over. It's not those weren't those kinds of DUIs. These DUIs where other cars were involved or other people were involved or was just really bad. And WWE is going to give him a tag team title for that? Okay, listen, look. A decade ago, when I saw Jeff Hardy walk onto a ring under the influence of God knows what, you know what I'm talking about, Victory Road 2011. I wasn't making videos about wrestling back then, but I really did want to come on camera, just like I'm saying now, and say, yo, that dude he can't be involved in wrestling until he gets clean for at least a year straight. What happened? He cleaned up, came back in 2012, and he's had a couple fuck-ups here and there, but he's always cleaned up after. He's always been able to micromanage that kind of stuff. Jimmy Uso has not been able to do that. And other wrestling YouTubers like Plana Productions wants to say that WWE is awesome again because we have fans in the arena. Oh yeah, now WWE is just fantastic, right? No. As long as motherfuckers like Josh Fatu are gonna get away with having well documented substance issues and getting rewarded for it, by the way. Getting fucking rewarded for it. I'd love for that to happen to me. Delivering Uber Eats or in my writing stuff, being like, yeah, okay, you got a DUI, it's okay. You'll get a $5 tip added to all of your deliveries. You'll get higher rates, because you decided to, smoke a couple joints before writing your next article for your customer, and the customer hated it, but we'll pay you a lot more anyways. I'd love for that to happen to me. That's why I'm not watching any more WWE, because I'm not going to support that. I'm not going to support an organization who knows that their talent has a substance issue, a well-documented substance issue, and then says, have a tag team title, man. Does that make any sense to any of you watching or listening, I guess? Does it? It doesn't make sense to me. This comes from somebody who has had substance issues. This comes from somebody who actually look like I have substance issues. Pardon the beard and the scraggly ass hair and stuff like that. But this comes from somebody who almost had sleeping pills to take everything from me. And I'm just glad that I had friends and other people important to me who said, yo, you have a problem, you need to stop. And I did. Took a few months, but I did. And it's good. But then I replaced it with junk food and stress eating. Well, it doesn't mess you up as much as alcohol. Doesn't mess you up as much as any other drugs and shit like that. And look, I'm not cutting slack to anyone else who has these kind of issues. If YouTube was around 25 years ago, when Jake Roberts had these kinds of issues, you know, 14-year-old me would have been saying this kind of stuff. You know, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what kind of opinions 14-year-olds would have on that, but I'd be like, yo, man, maybe he shouldn't be wrestling because he's has to have all these drugs in his system just to function. You know, I still would have somewhat of an opinion on that. But god damn it, are you serious? And people are saying that WWE just magically got better because fans are in the buildings? Yeah, no, it's not better. It's not better. And no one in their right mind should be watching and I'm laughing because I'm so like godsmack about this. Okay, hold on a second. That's water, by the way. Just letting y'all know. No, I'm not gonna stand for it. I'm not watching any more WWE until WWE does something to Jimmy Uso. Whether they give him the Benoit treatment and they say, yo man, you don't exist to us anymore if you're going to have 4 DUIs in your whole 12-year tenure here. You know, let's divide 12 by 4. What is that? 3? So every 3 years they can expect Jimmy Uso to have a DUI. Would anyone else working for any other organization take those odds? To put this in perspective, please. Put this in perspective. In fact, let's say I have a lot of money and I hire editors, right? And you know, every 3 years they work with me, they get in trouble with the law, or they get, you know, something happens to them, like what happened to Jimmy Uso. I'd fire their ass the first time. Wouldn't even be a question. I'd be like, no, do that when you're not working for me, and do that responsibly. I got nothing against substances. I got nothing against having a few drinks. I drink after I bowl at League, and then I wait until it's out of my system before I drive home. Or I'll get an Uber or Lyft or something, or whatever, if that even happens, which doesn't. I just drink 1 beer after League, and then I leave after an hour, so it's out of my system anyways. You know? Or I get high with my mom, because she grows marijuana, and so I smoke some with her whenever I see her. You know what I mean? But I'm not packing it in my car, you know, like Rob Van Dam did 15 years ago. Yeah, I was a big fan of him being champion, ECW and WWE champion 15 years ago. It was fantastic in 06. It was perfect. The perfect time for him to win. Although I should have won it maybe 4 or 5 years earlier, but whatever. But when he got caught, him and Sabu, when they got caught, I said, all right, you know what? Maybe not Benoit treatment, because no, they didn't put anyone's life at risk. But yeah, have him pay the price, get that title off of him, and, you know, punish him. Why is WWE not doing this to Jimmy Uso? When he does something way more dangerous and they reward him for it? I have a serious problem with that. You should, and I'm not the one to preach morals. I'm not. I was just about to say that. But if you understand the gravity of reckless driving under the influence of alcohol, if you've been affected by it, then you should also think that WWE is being really dirty here. Okay? Should. Now, again, I'm not preaching morals. I'm not telling you how to think or anything. I don't do that. I'll never do that. I'm not that kind of person. But no more WWE for me. NXT's on right now, and I don't care. They have full crowds too, just like Raw had last night. I don't give a shit. Now, I'll watch reviews and stuff, you know, I'll still watch content involving WWE, but there's no way I'm watching any more WWE directly, whether it's on their YouTube channel or whether it is on their cable. I'm not going to drop a dime on Peacock to watch WWE Network. Never again. Ever. No, it's not. Because I'm a man of principle. I'm a man of principle, and one of my principles is that if I'm going to use substances, I'm not going to put anyone's life at risk when I use those substances. So, following that principle, if I see somebody who violates that and they're getting celebrated for it, I can't be a part of it. I can't. Can you? Can you, Plana Productions? Or anyone else who thinks that WWE is so awesome again because of shit that because crowds came in, because we have live crowds now. It's so much better with live crowds, right? Yeah, and I'm going on a little tangent here, I know, and their what chance? First night back, what chance is what I heard. Really? And I used to defend what chance until fans decided to just do them for the sake of doing them, which is retarded. Hate to use that word, but I don't care, because I don't make money off of these videos. I don't give a flying dick if it gets pulled. There's no way I'm watching WWE again until they do something to Jimmy Uso. Until they either give him the Benoit treatment until he gets better, or just give him the Benoit treatment. Because yeah, it is that serious. It is that serious to have those kinds of, to have that kind of connection with substances. Ask Matt Hardy. Go ahead. If you have Peacock, go ahead and fire up that Hardy's documentary. If they have it, which they probably don't. Go ahead. You'll hear it. You'll hear Matt Hardy having those really bad substance issues a decade ago, just like Jeff did. And how he made tweets about how he wanted to end his own life. And how Impact wanted nothing to do with that. And rightly so. Until he got better. Just like WWE should be doing with Jimmy Uso. Instead of giving him the fucking tag team title. I don't understand this organization. I really don't. Same organization, by the way, who let's go ahead and get money from all these charities, and all of a sudden, let's feature a guy with serious drinking problems on our TV shows. Explain that one to me. I would love an explanation on that. I love it so much that later on, probably tomorrow, I'm gonna make a Twitter. I'm actually going to do this. I'm actually going to start calling motherfuckers out on Twitter now. Wrestling YouTubers on Twitter. Saying positive things about this. Like, I'm actually going to call them out. I'm going to be like, yo, man, really? Really? You're going to support WWE and their decision to reward somebody with well-documented substance issues? Would WWE do this with Jake Roberts in 1990 in the late 90s? Would they really? Because that's what you're arguing. I would never want. No, I saw how Jake Roberts was 20 some odd years ago. And I was old enough to remember. I was in high school, and I took one look at him. I said, "No, this is not the Jake Roberts who I grew up watching as a kid. It's not the same guy. It's not the same guy. He needs help. He needs a lot of help, and he did. He got help from DDP." And now he's on AEW, and he's really healthy, and that's excellent. That if WWE just even said to Jimmy, look, man, take some time off. We have connections with DDP. We're going to hook you up with him so that he can work with you through your substance issues, just like he did with Scott Hall and with Jake Roberts and with scores of other wrestling performers, I imagine. And he's going to work with you, and then and when you get cleaned up, you come back. It's all I want WWE to do, and they're not doing it. And until they do it, I'm not watching any of their programming. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to stoop that low. I'm not going to stoop that level. I don't care how good it is. I really don't. I don't really don't. MJF himself could go to all 3 shows and win all 3 titles on all 3 shows, and I still wouldn't watch. And MJF's like the only reason I watch wrestling now. Like seriously, like everything else background noise except MJF. And maybe Britt Baker and Thunder Rosa. But that's about it. So, if what happened to Jimmy Uso happened to any of those 3 who I just mentioned, I'd be saying the exact same thing. If MJF got caught with a DUI and he was like being really dangerous and reckless when he got caught with it, I would say I would be doing this exact same video, and you could just swap out Jimmy Uso with MJF, because I can't tolerate that. I can't tolerate individuals who want to abuse substances to make things problematic. I don't like using that word, but whatever. To make things difficult for themselves and for others. No. So no more WWE. I'm done. I'm finished.